Brittney, if you could select one person at any point in your life that was there to support you when you needed it most, who would it be and why, my friend?
Early in my career, well, in the middle of my career, I ended up having, I had my first real injury where I tore my hip labor. My mom was on the next flight out, and I ended up having surgery. The following week, she stayed with me for about a month and a half, cried on her shoulder because it was my first real surgery. She was there at every track meet that I had. After that surgery, when I wasn't doing well and I felt like I wanted to quit and give up, I contemplated retirement early on in my career because I wasn't jumping as far as what I thought I could jump. She's the reason why I chose track and field. I thought I was about to be a basketball player, going to WGA. And I went to a community college for 2 years, and she basically said, if you want to make yourself go with track and field, if you want to rely on other people, stick with basketball. So I got tired of relying on other people, and I chose track and field. So she's the reason why there is a Brittney Reese, and the reason why I am the Olympic gold medalist today.
The same question, Brittney, if you can explain why you've selected whichever scene as the most satisfying movie, TV series, a laugh-out-loud moment from a movie or TV show or film, the floor is yours right now, my friend.
One movie kept coming back in my mind with me and my little sister when VHS tapes was in style. And it came with Mrs. Doubtfire. And I think our favorite part was when the boyfriend came in and he actually put the cake in his face because he was trying to be inconspicuous because of he was being the fake nanny so he could be able to see his kids. That movie is hilarious.
Brittney, if you can go first, if you could make a documentary about anything, what would you make it about and why, my friend?
And I had to just say myself, because I have a unique story. I have a story that I think that should be shared with young girls. Some of the things that I went through, far as in life in general, injuries, mental illness, all types of things like that. Sport-wise, I feel that if I was to get my story out and have a documentary, I'll be able to reach young athletes, young girls that are up and coming in different sports, that are up and coming in life, which leads me to why I'm a high school track coach to this day, is a way of me giving back and me being able to bring up the next generation of girls, to inspire them to be better, to inspire them to try hard, to inspire them to reach their goals.
Guys and gals, Brutus Beefcake has selected Dirty Harry, portrayed by Clint Eastwood's A Man's Gotta Know His Limitations from Magnum Force as the most iconic movie quote of all time, and he will explain why.
A man has got to know his limitations. I got so many friends who are not with us today, would be just probably on this show with us, and they didn't know their limitations. Guys in my business, it wasn't failure that took them their lives. It was success. They were so successful, they didn't know how to rein it in at the right time. It's all about getting the money, about the Benjamins, about getting ahead, getting to the top, that climbing that ladder and getting to the top. But you got to keep your eye on the prize, and the prize is, making that heart, building that heart, making that heart, solid, making it good, and loving yourself, and loving God, and loving your fellow man.
Brutus Beefcake has selected JFK as a historical figure that will help society today, and he will explain why.
The world is a pretty messed up place. I mean, JFK, what a powerful man. He commanded a lot of respect. Everybody's divided. It's just so divisive out there, and people are just so far apart. They can't even have a decent conversation. There are two guys in Congress. One guy was about to come over the rail to hit the boss. Was going to hit the unbelievable. I mean, JFK, the way he handled the Cuban Missile Crisis. I mean, these guys were parking nukes 90 miles off of Florida, and he took charge of the situation and handled it in such a way that took the gun out of their hand. So you can't shoot nobody if you ain't got the gun.
Mr. Brutus Beefcake, how does your personal environment influence your interpretation of a song, good sir?
The song Turn the Page, Bob Seger, talking about just hours and hours and hours on the road and stumbling into a diner somewhere, you're starving to death, and then boom, everybody in the place, the heads turn, they're looking at you like, oh my God, look at this freak show coming in here. You never make a stand, because that's just, you just can't do it. You just have to be bigger than that. You got to be strong. You can't let people bully you, but then you got to keep those feet on the ground, man. And it's just having that connection to the road. It talks about the highway east of Omaha. Man, I've been on that highway. Been on that highway in Mississippi, been on that highway in New York, been on that highway in California. Every one of them highways, and the sound of the engine rolling on, it's the lone song, man, just playing that song, you just listening to it in your ear. And it's just been an amazing trip. And I'm just so honored and so grateful to have been part of it.